remember what type of equipments produce high electromagnetic interference? Yeah, alternators, inverters, those equipments, the start motor, the alternators that produce excessive electromagnetic interference. That's the enemy for those electronic equipment.
What is the meaning of a diode? Diode is the same like the check valves in hydraulic system. You remember in hydraulic system we have check valves in order to allow the flow of the fluid in one direction and block the flow of the fluid in the opposite direction. The diodes do the same function. It's pretty similar to the hydraulic check valve, and the function is at the end of the day exactly the same. This is the symbol for the diode. This is the symbol for the diode. The positive side of the diode is the big rectangle, and the smaller rectangle is the negative side of the diode. And the flow is coming from the positive into the negative. Remember that in the positive terminal the electrons goes out, and those electrons are stored in the negative side. The negative side at the end of the day become more negative, and the positive side at the end of the day become more positive because more electrons are out. You remember in the harness of any type of engine, gas or diesel, we install one diode. You remember where we installed that diode? Yes, in the output of the alternator, in between the alternator and the run relay on the control box.
This is the advantage of transistors, and because transistor is that we have the new technologies. The new advantage in electronics is because transistors, and the transistors every day are more and more sophisticated. The transistors that you have on the screen right now are smaller elements. It's nothing. It's nothing. And internally, what is the construction of the transistor? Is basically germanium. It's basically silica and carbon. That's it. Semiconductor material. Where are produced the majority of the transistors? In the United States, of course, in Silicon Valley, in California. California, for that reason, that area have the name of Silicon Valley, because that area is the emporium for the development of electronic components. And of course, in China, in Philippines, in Japan, in India, there are a lot of areas dedicated to the production of micro components and specific transistors. The transistors have 3 wires: the emitter, the base, and the collector. Emitter, base, and collector. The transistor, in general terms, is a sandwich of three sections. It's a sandwich with 3 sections. In the sandwich, like this, it's a sandwich like this, with 3 sections. You can fill the first section with positive charge, the middle one with negative charge, and the last one with against with positive. The name of that transistor is PNP. Or you have the sandwich with the first compartment full of negative charge, the second compartment full of positive charge, and the third compartment full of negative charge. This is the NPN. And right now we are going to try to understand what is the meaning of NPN and what is the meaning of PNP. The middle one is charged positive is because there are too much holes. Yeah, I understand. Now I understand what happened. In this moment, the connection in between this, we are going to call that section the collector and that section the emitter. Okay. In this moment, the amount of electrons located in the collector area and the amount of electrons located in the emitter area, in the second area, they are not connected, because in the middle, in between both of them, there are too much holes. If that small signal entered and fill this one with negative charge, and this one, 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 immediately the people from the collector area can pass through the emitter area, because the people jumped between this and this and this and this, and finally pass through the other side. You understand what is the meaning of that? I have a big hole, but suddenly a small signal enter and fill portion of the big hole, and the people can pass through the other side. Per each of 1 milliamps on the base, is possible allow the flow of 100 milliamps in between the collector and the emitter. That's simple. In this particular case, the gain of this transistor is 100. Let me explain in this picture. Okay, suppose that I have a transistor like this. This is NPN transistor, NPN, and okay, and this is the collector. This is the collector, and this is the emitter, and this is the base. Okay, all right. In the box of this transistor, they say that this transistor, the gain is 100. What is the meaning of that? Per each 1 milliamps that I introduce here on the base, 100 milliamps can pass through the other side. All the individual circuits in one. Yeah, in this one you have integrated. The fuel system is this one. Oh yeah, the run is that one. That's the beginning and this is the end. Oh nice. The stop, this is the beginning and this is the end. Oh, the fuel, this is the beginning and this is the end. I have in this board, printed board, all the paths for all the circuit that I need in my engine, for example, or in my GPS, or in my transducer. This is the circuit board. All the paths are integrated. Nice, nice. And you can fabricate 1,000 of this one. Depending on how much you fabricate, the price goes down. There are countries like China and India and Philippines. They fabricate the circuit boards for nothing. The only that you need is send the diagram of each individual circuit. They integrate in one of these, and after that they fabricate thousands of that. Yes, you can integrate 2 big circuit boards like this in one microprocessor with this. Oh, wonderful. And I have the inputs in one side and the outputs in the other side. And all of the circuits of those circuit boards are integrated here. How many microprocessors like this you have in your cell phone? If you open your cell phone right now, how many of those microprocessors you found? A lot. Can I use my cell phone to operate the air condition system in my home and the circuit of the cameras in my home? Yes. Each of those apps is one microprocessor.